This business is like the Wild West. Gold, silver, rare coins, lost treasures of history. You never know what's gonna walk through that door. Okay, so you got 130 bucks here. Watch this. I'm Evan Kale, and this is Pawn Man. You guys, we got a great episode in store for you, but before we get into it, I sincerely want to thank my sponsor for the episode, Guardian Group Services. You guys, Guardian Group Services provides online training for the New York State area for military and law enforcement personnel. They provide criminal justice services, like I said, military training, law enforcement, New York City Fire Department services, OSHA training. They teach courses and issue certifications online. They're your one-stop shop for all military and law enforcement training needs. Guardian Group Services also hosts a YouTube channel and a podcast, so go visit Guardian Group Services website. Again, there's a link below. And with that, let's get into the episode.
Dude, you're strong.
Well, what can I say?
Holy shit.
Used to be a waiter. The only time I ever dropped anything was when I didn't like the chef.
Dude, you're good. You're good.
Well, I'm great. I feel glass.
Well, look at it. Look in there, man.
That's cute.
There's some prints in there that are...
Independence 1776. This plate is a reproduction of the Independence 1776. Okay, well, I did just buy a bunch of Little House on the Prairie plates this week.
Can you use that, sir?
I mean, let me...
Take your time, take your time. Dude, those are worth some money to the right guy, to the right person. Those are worth some money.
See, there, you just caught yourself. To the right person. Am I the right person? I don't know. Where do you get this stuff? You know what, don't tell me. That's what I don't know. Well, actually, I'm interested in the plates. I'll be damned. I usually don't want to buy plates, but I think I can make you an offer on them. Alright, what else is in here?
Hey, thanks, Evan, thanks. Get the other box, man.
God.
Look at that shirt, Pawn Man. What'd you do for that shirt?
Oh, you like the shirt?
Look at
Isn't that a nice shirt? Yeah.
Wow, man, where'd you get that?
My friend made it for me, actually. He's an artist. He's a pretty good one, I'd say. I borderline don't want this stuff. I'll give you 30 bucks for all of it.
What else is in the box?
It's a full set. It's 4 porcelain items. Yeah, I don't even want these ones. Yeah, I'll give you 30 bucks for all this shit. This is where I'd be at, man. For a bunch of stuff that I literally don't want.
Would you go 40?
No, 30 I think is more than fair.
That's the best you can do, sir?
That's the best I can do.
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay.
I want fives.
Alright, you got it. 10, 20, 30 bucks.
Hey, dude, can I come in on Monday or Tuesday?
Sure. Yeah, come on back. We love it. Alright, let me help you out. There was a joke there that it was in my head and I could not put it together. When he wanted all fives, I was gonna say, when are you going to Chuck E. Cheese? Like Chuck E. Cheese is a strip club for him, but, well, alas. God damn, I love he pointed out the shirt and he's like, it's clearly him. It looks so much like him. And he knows that I'm Pawn Man and he's like, these plates here, these are going for about 20 bucks each on eBay. For once, his bullshit price tag is actually about what they're worth. So 30 bucks in, here's my money back. And then here, these plates plus the porcelain set is my profit. I'll make about 40 bucks on what I did. Like, you guys know, I don't want this shit. It's just, I'm not gonna leave money on the table, and he's great content, but I honestly, if he brings me more porcelain, I might just say no, just to set a precedent, because I almost regret buying it at all, but I do think I can make some money on this. You guys, go buy a fucking Pawn Man vs. Con Man shirt. I haven't sold dick for these. I will give him more money if you guys start buying more of these. Treat him better. Buy the damn merch that I'm exploiting him for, and then I will. Check this out. So these are gone for 20 bucks online, but this is a limited edition plate. This is number 1 of 7,500. This is the first one made. This has a huge premium being number 1. I'm gonna ask 100 bucks on this one. Look at this one. Wasn't sure what this one was. There's nothing on the back. I just typed in wide. Sorry for everybody who this is your native history and culture. I honestly, I'm so bad at this kind of thing with Europe. I bet. Wide Dragok or something with the drag up. Anyway, so I typed that in and I found it, and $49.19. is what these are going for. So reasonably put this up for 40 and probably expect to get it. So again, all my money back and then some right here. And I'm sorry, I am uncultured and I haven't been to Europe, and yeah, blame my father who was neurotic and wouldn't take me anywhere as a kid because he was afraid to fly. Novato! Okay, we got some Stars of David. We got more Pawn Man minis. You guys, okay. This is $500 worth of Pawn Man minis. So if you guys think they're expensive, just know, yes, they are expensive. They're expensive for me too. This is what $500 bought me. This is it. These are skulls, these are 1 ouncers, these are numbered, and these are bullets. So right here, you guys, this is $2,500, my cost. No, more than that. This was like $2,800. There's not even close to 100 ounces of silver here. So this is why my Pawn Man silver is expensive. Navarro is not cheap. His time is money, and like this shit is expensive for me to get made. But I will say, I do sell this. I don't sell shit for my merch, but I do sell this stuff. Hello. Boy, you do have a lot of gold. Whoa. Look at all that. All right. Oh boy. We're gonna take a minute. You got 50 state quarters. You got all of them. Downsizing?
What's that?
Downsizing, or did you inherit these?
Inherited. Yeah.
My brother passed away,
Oh, I'm sorry.
and he had them all. He never displayed them or did anything. He's got display cases out there. I think he liked buying stuff on late night TV. And then they all sat in boxes down the basement or whatever.
Yep.
So I have a term here for that kind of stuff.
Uh-huh.
Sorry to say, the term is called boomer shit, because it's
Yeah.
collectible shit that only boomers buy. I see it all the time when people someone passed, and it's like, what's it worth? They got hosed, is what it's worth.
Yeah.
It's not everything here, but yeah, some of this stuff looks exactly like what you'd see late at night.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what.
Act now, and you'll make a fortune.
It looks pretty.
$29.95.
Yep.
$10 shipping and handling.
Anything that has a COA is also a red flag.
COA or
A certificate of authenticity.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Okay, these are silver.
I think he must have signed up where they just keep sending it once a month or whatever.
No, they really got them then.
Yeah.
They may not be any gold in here. Copper layered in 24 karat gold. Oh, Yahtzee. Yeah, there's good stuff here. I was afraid it was going to be all this crap.
Oh, good.
You guys are going to be very disappointed. Okay, so what I'm going to do now, I'm going to pick out every piece of silver coinage.
Okay.
In here, the United States stopped making silver coins in '64 because it got too expensive. But '64 and earlier, quarters, half dollars, and dimes are 90% silver.
Yeah.
So I'm paying 14 times the face value. So dimes are $1.40. That's the like straight silver value on them.
Uh-huh.
That doesn't even look like a quarter. How do you get the last one in all of these is like stuck to the bottom?
Like that.
I'm like,
You dump silver dollars into a coin machine, will it count them as dollars?
I don't know, to be honest. I don't know if it'll, because the silver dollars are so big. I don't know if it'll take them.
But it'll count these little ones as dollars, right?
Yeah, it should count those.
At our credit union, if you dump your change into a coin counter and gives you a little receipt, and you can take it up.
You know, they didn't used to do that. I was at a U.S. bank a couple years ago, and I had a bucket of change, and the girl gave me attitude. I was like, "You are a bank teller. This is money. Put it in my account."
yes.
I got really pissed. And now, yeah, like now that they don't take it, like they just like don't do it. I don't understand that.
Yeah.
Well, we should phase out coins if that's going to be the attitude, because they're just a burden. All right, so now I'm going to run this through my coin machine. Okay. 1,100. Where are we at?
Good.
Great.
Awesome. Cash check.
Well, thank you.
Yeah, I appreciate it, guys.
We appreciate it.
And yeah, anything else you guys come across, feel free to bring it by.
Okay.
Take a look.
All right.
So sometimes you read the room, and kind of read the room. They want to get rid of shit, so I didn't even look at these dates of Morgan's. I'm gonna look at them right now. Pay them $20 each on them. I gotta go through this deal. I don't know what I'm gonna make on this, to be honest. Low end, I'll make 1,000. So we're going through the box of COAs is actually receipts from the boomer shit box that I paid $300 for that giant box. Oh, this is bad. Look at this. Okay, so one of those clad things I paid $2 for. Cable Shopping Network from Scottsdale, Arizona charged him $39.90 for a clad 2003 quarter set that's not even from the US Mint. All right, so look at this one here. 10 clad, 2010, America the Beautiful. Outside the US Mint packaging, $29 for, yeah, I mean, basically they got the official, that's not even from the fucking US Mint. They got the official US Mint holder. They threw away the actual COA, which makes it less valuable. I bet they bought it straight from the Mint. The Mint doesn't charge this much. Yeah, and they just fucking put it in their own package and they resold it. Absolute fucking savages. You guys never, ever, ever buy coins on TV. Ever. Buy them from sketchy people you see on YouTube, not on TV. It's my pawn man word of the day. I'm about to, or certainly closing in on hitting 1 million on TikTok. This is what we're doing for the 1 million follower giveaway. I'm actually doing it with local coin company. He's doing a, I don't know, some kind of a thing. He's like, hey, you wanna do a giveaway with me for 1 million? I was like, yeah, okay. So this is the biggest giveaway I've ever done. I don't usually do giveaways because like when you do a giveaway video on TikTok, the videos never do well. They get shadow banned and then your account gets like it actually hurts you more than helps you to do giveaways by my experience, but 1 million's a big number. I had some shit that was sitting around that, yeah. So, I mean, there's about $1,000 worth of stuff here. So like, this is something I put away because I wasn't gonna be able to sell this. I bought this last year and nobody bought it and it's just been living here. And who wants Christmas 2021 and 2022? So that's going in. I got all my books signed, the special edition, and I wrote some like, so I've talked about this, but like with autographs, when they're like more personal, when there's like a special thing, it does, and I'm not saying my autograph is worth anything, but just from the standpoint of an autograph, let's say that I do have a great career, my autograph is actually worth something in the future. This is gonna be worth more because I've designated it as for 1 million followers and I've made it personal in a way, like I did this down here. This is the first time I've done it like this, where I've been doing a Jewish star for the A, but I've not done it like that. So I did something like very unique here. Then I signed a button too, and so we got a Morgan, some gold. I don't think there's anything in here. I literally didn't pay anything for this. A gram of gold, a Canadian silver dollar, a stack of Indonesian currency, and this Pride of Two Nations limited edition coin set, which I overpaid on. So, thanks for 1 million, TikTok. Maybe you can win this giveaway. Yeah, they tried to nail me to a cross earlier today, but they weren't successful. It's as far as they got. So my neighbor above me has, the business it's called Smart Start. Maybe it's something that's like the name of the product. It's when you get a DUI and you can't start your car anymore because of court order, you have to blow into the thing. They sell the devices that they install them and they regulate them and like they work with the courts. But people coming in here, there was a thing when I worked at the old shop. You could always tell when somebody was coming into our store because they are older, boomer, aggressive looking, kind of gross, like exactly what you imagine when you think gold and silver. And you get that a little bit here. It's like one step over the disheveled of, are they coming in to buy gold because they're a doomsday prepper, or are they looking to shovel because they're on their third DUI? And it's a very specific kind of shuffle when somebody gets out of the car. I'm getting good enough at it now. When I see it, I can pick it out. Coming in to buy gold or sell gold or tell me about crazy conspiracy theories. Or do we just like to drink and drive? I just saw somebody walk by, like a younger person. I thought, oh, for sure DUI. And yep, it walked past. Wow.
It's all, but if you take it off easy because it's old.
I'm gonna put gloves on. This is the most interesting item I've seen at least in a month. So you guys, we have here something really exciting. Now, Beanie Babies, if you don't know, if you haven't seen my episode, first off, go check it out. It is probably one of the favorite pawn mans I produce. It is one of my earlier ones. I think it's episode 13. But Beanie Babies, you guys, are by and large worthless. They have not come back in price. Indeed, some people on eBay are trying to get thousands of dollars for their Beanie Baby, but guess what? They're sitting there. My collection, according to guides, is worth over 100K because I have all the tag errors. Here in Minneapolis, we were one of the first major cities outside of Chicago because they came from Chicago in the 90s to be getting deliveries, and because Ty, the early Beanie Baby inception was such a janky, hit the ground running operation, that there were a lot of tag errors. And so we here in Minneapolis, because we're the first big city outside Chicago, we got the tag errors. And what we have here, I don't know if it's a tag error. I don't think it is because it's a MasterCard special edition. I think this one's from 2001. Yeah, this is after the bubble pop. But here's why this is interesting. This Beanie Baby, you guys, was signed by Ty Warner. And Ty Warner is such a bastard. He is such a horrible, horrible human being, in my opinion. He is very, very private. He is still a billionaire today. He didn't lose all of his money when the Beanie Baby thing went belly up. He cashed out. Well, he didn't cash out, but he retained his fortune. He has done almost no interviews. Period. He has very few autographs out there. So I can't believe I'm holding a Beanie Baby that was signed by him And it does come, oh, you've got two. You gotta look up what this, I don't know if I wanna try and buy it because it might be something that's, I don't know.
I'm keeping it, sorry.
You wanna keep it? Okay.
I thought I'd show it to you.
Perfect. Okay, that's even better than, because I don't know, this might be worth over $1,000.
Yeah.
Especially if it's a one-off. You know, Beanie Babies are shit, but not these. He don't want to sell them, so that's the end of this deal. I just wanted to show you guys, but wow, this is a rare Beanie Baby. This is like the one exception. Otherwise, are your Beanie Babies worth anything? No, they're not worth shit. But you know what's gonna happen, I think? Nicki Minaj or some celebrity is gonna make, something is gonna happen. And it's gonna accidentally re-enter the pop culture lexicon, whether it be Nicki Minaj has a song called Plush Pussy Pop or something, and features a Beanie Baby in it, and just that is gonna redo it, but I think the trend will come back for a year or two, and then, yeah, when the trend comes back, you guys liquidate. Hey, guess what? I sold another signed copy of my book. Oh, whoa, wouldn't you know, I did a thing about it in my last YouTube video, and then a couple people went on eBay and they bought them, and maybe more of you guys will go and do it if I keep doing this, and I can stop crying myself to sleep at night with all the fucking time I wasted writing these books that no one reads. So once again, you guys, all my books are on eBay. And I'll take offers, because I had a few people make offers, and I took them, though I'd appreciate getting full retail. So I will sign them. This one's going to Brandon, because he's TikTok's most lovable Jew selling Nazi shit. Get the sequel so I can do Nazi zombies, because if I do a third one, there might be Nazi zombies in the third one. Loki, I have 7 planned out, and I'm not gonna write the third one because I've only sold now 12 copies of the sequel, and it's just like, I'm not gonna write a fucking third sequel to a book where I sold 12 copies, and it's too bad because I really want to, and I go running and I think about my stories when I run, and I tell myself these stories, and it's like, God damn, they're good stories. But what's the point of telling them if no one's gonna listen? So go get them. I can stop crying at night. And my cat can sleep better. Shit, I wish I would have known about this before the episode. I actually just bought this because I think this is something that's definitely gonna go up in value. This is a coin set of the McDonald's 2018 50th anniversary. They did these 5 coins. I guess NGC's grading them. None of these are MS-70. They're mostly MS-67, 68. But this is the full set. I paid, they're clad. There's no precious metal here. I paid $330 for this set. I'm going on vacation, so I filmed this whole episode in advance, and these came a lot quicker than I thought. So check these out, you guys, and these are not for sale. Don't ask. You can get them on eBay. I would recommend getting these, you guys. I think these are gonna go way up. It's so cool that these have been graded. Unfortunately, none of them are MS-70. But yes, these are the McDonald's 50th Big Mac anniversary coins. I think this is the whole set, but I paid $327 for this set, and you know, these are not made of precious metal. This is pure profit. But I think this is such a good collectible. I thought these were gonna be more expensive. The seller had these up for $400. I offered him $250. He rejected it, and I offered him $300 and he took it. So you guys, I'd recommend getting a set of these. Stick them away for 20 years. I'm so good with New Year's resolutions, and like 10 years ago, stop eating fast food, and I stopped for so long. Then one night I was so stoned, and I ordered it. I think I get Taco Bell, and then I started eating that, and so the fucking episode about McDonald's. Of course, I'm gonna order McDonald's at the end of it. I have wanted McDonald's so bad since I started researching this. So that's where I will leave you guys. Is this heaping giant platter of diabetes? Got myself. Actually, it's funny. I didn't even heed my own advice. I didn't get a Happy Meal. The Happy Meal only pays for the Happy Meal. You're not gonna make so much money on the toy that you're gonna pay for all the food. So actually, I don't know what Happy Meals are running right now. That may not be true if it's a certain kind of Happy Meal. Shake that, McDonald's. Shake that. Okay, if you have too many of these, you won't be doing much shaking. You'll just be on the ground. All right, you guys, we have a very special, cool episode in store. I'm really excited about the topic, but before we get into that, I sincerely want to thank my sponsor for the episode, Guardian Group Services. Guardian Group Services provides online training to the New York State area. They provide training for criminal justice services, firefighting services, the New York City Fire Department itself, the Red Cross, and OSHA, and I'm just skimming the surface here. Guardian Group Services focus on security, military, and law enforcement training needs. Guardian Group Services is your one-stop shop for security and fire fire safety needs. Training is done online and the instructor leads the course via Zoom. All certifications are issued after successful completion of the courses. They also help with job placement in the security industry, and they have a successful YouTube channel and a podcast that I strongly recommend you guys go check out. They talk about this area, tips, tricks. It's kind of like what I do, but in this field. So give them a follow, build up your skill set, and if you're in the New York area, hit them up for some great training opportunities. And with that, you guys, for this episode, we talking all about McDonald's. I'm not kidding. We're not talking about the restaurant, as interesting as I think it is. And I watched the movie The Founder in preparation for doing this episode last night. It's a great movie if you guys haven't seen it. It's about the founding of McDonald's. It's not really about what we're talking about. It's just McDonald's has done so many things that are so economically interesting to me. Like, I'm sure a lot of you have heard this. They don't make their money from food.
You're not in the burger business. You're in the real estate business.
But specifically, you guys, we're not talking about their interesting business model, how they have become this staple of American culture. Like, you think American culture, you think fireworks, guns, arteries being clogged, and then inevitably McDonald's. What we're talking about specifically, you guys, are the toys, the McDonald's collectibles, because there's a whole fascinating market built into this, very much how, and we're gonna be covering this in a future episode, other successful companies that make a product and then they make memorabilia for the product and the company is such a staple, the memorabilia in itself becomes collectible. So McDonald's, you guys, was started in 1940. And again, go watch the movie The Founder if you haven't seen it. It's fabulous. McDonald's estimates that 9 out of 10 Americans eat at their restaurants at least once a year. They sell 1.5 million Big Macs every day in the United States. So being this culturally shifting restaurant, I would say, because part of The Founder, the movie, it's about how McDonald's is so revolutionary in their business model and what they're doing. And I'm not talking about the real estate thing, just the mass production of food, fast food. It was like a new thing. In the early 1940s, drive-thrus were all the rage, but as they talk about in the movie, the business model for drive-in sucks. The overhead is enormous. It's sloppy, it's messy, it's not built for the masses like McDonald's is. It is, very much like what Henry Ford did with cars. This is what McDonald's did with food. In a very short order, McDonald's went from having one location to having franchising to being all over the world. And over the years, this massively successful company has paired with other massively successful companies and done limited edition items for collectors. One of the early things they did were these collectible cups. They worked with Disney, they worked with the NFL, and today these glasses, they go for $50, $100, somewhere in that region. But you gotta keep in mind, when they first came out versus what they're worth now, they basically gone up more than gold. Like a lot. They did some other runs of limited edition cups. Like they did these glass cups that had all their characters on it. These go for about $50 for the set. You can find them on eBay. They did a 100 years of Disney anniversary glass. Those are about $30. I was honestly surprised. I thought those would be more money because as we know, Disney shit's expensive. The most collectible cup, the holy grail of McDonald's memorabilia, is the Camp Snoopy cup, the 6th one to be specific. It was not released to the public. It was a teaser item, like some managers at stores got it. They're over $100 today. But the one collectible, and the reason why we are talking about this, you guys, I was out running errands, maybe about 3 weeks ago. I don't eat fast food, or I really try hard not to. I've been kind of breaking it lately. I was out and about and I was hungry and there was a McDonald's and I thought, well, fuck it, why not? I haven't eaten here in years. So I got a Happy Meal, just a Happy Meal. And I'm eating it and I think, well, the food's actually not bad. They've improved the recipe. But then I get to the bottom with the toy. And I look at the toy. And this is the toy they gave me. It's from Disney's Cars. Or I don't do kids movies. Pixar or whatever. And I looked at this and I thought, oh yeah, Cars is collectible. This is a collectible item. We should cover this. And so here we are. But what kicked this off and what this is the most successful collectible they've done. The Happy Meal, released in 1979, and they still obviously sell it to today. The Happy Meal comes with a free toy. Always has. The original toys were the McDoodle stencil, the McWrist wallet, ID, bracelet, top, or some other character-shaped eraser. And I remember when I was a kid in the early 90s, they still had the McDonald's characters. It's like, if they couldn't get some kind of a deal with the company, or like they had like a blank spot and they were waiting for like a new contract of shit, they would just redo the McDonald's characters, just revamp them with like a new edition of the Hamburglar, the other creepy guy. Honestly, I think the McDonald's characters are pretty creepy.
Okay, now smile and say cheeseburger.
So where it comes to the collectability of these, and obviously we'll talk about some more examples in a minute here, and this is true with all collectibles. How does this appreciate in value? Well, number one, condition. Originality. When it comes to toys, action figures, don't take them out of the box. Like you guys remember the movie The 40-Year-Old Virgin, when Steve Carell's character is liquidating all of his shit at the end of the movie. It's worth so much money because he literally never played with any of it. He kept all of it in the original packaging. OGP as they call it on eBay in the listing. Original packaging is really, really important. I'm gonna make like a terrible parent. If I have kids and we go to McDonald's, I'm gonna like take the toys from them and like put them away and like, no, you can't open them because you're gonna destroy the collectability on them. So it's gotta be an original packaging, obviously no damaging, it can't get impacted. They do make a lot of these. There's certain runs that are better than others, certain things that go for more money. I mean, this has been a thing. About every 5-10 years, they'll have a toy that's so hot, people are lining up just to get the toy and they throw the food away. And there's like, you'll see in McDonald's, mountains of food sitting outside, uneaten. People just want the toy because they're trying to resell it. Most of them, not worth a whole lot, couple bucks. Some of them, upwards of 50, 100, maybe even more. What's curious about this arena, most of what we talk about here on Pawn Man, the fine examples of whatever we talk about, they all go for millions of dollars. Whatever the field is we're talking about, this might be the cheapest field we have ever covered here on Pawn Man because these don't go for more than a couple $100. Even the really, really rare ones, I had trouble finding anything over $1,000. So again, collecting these, you want to keep them in pristine shape. You want to keep them in the original packaging. It's good to have the whole set because they do these in sets. So you got to collect one to collect them all. The really expensive ones, like I said, it comes from other franchises. It's not McDonald's products unless they do something super limited edition. Best examples I could think of, the best one are the Teeny Beanies, which are not worth a whole lot now. Supposedly there are sets that do still go for thousands of dollars. I have all of them. I will tell you guys from personal experience, and I've told you this before, I have a 6-figure Beanie Baby collection. I have all the tag errors. They're all in pristine shape. They all have the tags still. According to collector guides today in 2022, and I looked it up pretty recently, I still have a 6-figure collection. I can barely give the fucking thing away. Nobody wants it. Yeah, the Teeny Beanies, again, great franchise. At the time, I was a child of the 90s. I remember, and I talked about this in the Beanie Baby episode, I remember being in McDonald's. My babysitter was taking me to see Liar Liar, but before we stopped at McDonald's, and it was chaos. Line out the door, people fighting. Nobody eating the food. I actually wanted the food, and I was trying to ask my babysitter why everybody was throwing the food away. Even though I wanted the Teeny Beanie, I wanted the food too, and there's people walking out just throwing it away. And they were turning around and flipping it and making a fortune. Some other examples, they've done a pairing with Pokemon. The 25th anniversary Pikachu, that's worth a couple $100. Other franchises they've worked with, they did a Power Rangers set, that went for big bucks, that's still expensive. They did a Hot Wheels set, there's many more. And they continue to do this. And if you guys see these at like garage sales, if they're still in the original packaging and nobody, it's cheap, like look at the date, see if it's vintage from the 80s. They could be $5, $10 a bag. But here's where I want to leave you guys with this episode. Here's why I think this is so fascinating. This pays for the food. Always. Keep it. I've always kept these. This is something my dad taught me when I was 7 or 6 or 7. One of the first times I got a Happy Meal. I went to open, my parents are such neurotic Jews that place so much emphasis on money and investing, and it's like kind of a fucked up way to raise a kid. As much as I love my parents, like I look back at some of the values they used to teach me, and it's like, God, you really were raising me to be a wolf. Good, it prepared me for the world. One of the things that my dad taught me though, I was like a little kid going to open it, and he stopped me and he goes, no, Evan, keep it, because this will pay for the food. It may not be worth, the whatever, $2, $3 it was for a Happy Meal in the 90s, probably less. But it will be someday, and he's right. I kept every single toy from a Happy Meal. We have hundreds of them at home, and all of them are worth more than the Happy Meal cost back then if I were to turn around and sell it. So every time you guys go to McDonald's and you get one of these, save it. Here's your money back for the food, if you get a Happy Meal. All right, you guys, just like that, it is the end of the day and the end of the episode. Once again, I sincerely want to thank my sponsor, Guardian Group Services. Guardian Group Services provides training to the New York State area in the Division of Criminal Justice Services, New York City Fire Department, American Red Cross, and OSHA. They're your one-stop shop for all military and law enforcement training needs. Training is done online, and certificates are issued after the completion of courses. Once again, they also host a podcast. They have it on their YouTube channel. There's a link below. Go check them out. And if you guys like this video, be sure you give it a thumbs up. Hit that notification button so you guys know new episodes of Pawn Man are coming out. Please become a Pawn Man Patreon or sponsor. It helps me a ton. Get my books, get my merch, follow me on social media @EvanKale, @Pawn Man, and I'll see you guys back here for another episode of Pawn Man. Later, guys.